guys, welcome to Magic Monday. I am Brianne Hovey. Get ready to bust through your limiting beliefs and set your soul on fire. Today we're going to discuss the number one question Ange and I get from you guys, and that is, how do I find more builders? How do I find leaders? How do I find people who want to align with me and build a business with me? This is a huge concern for people because everything we do in network marketing has to do with us teaming up with others and building a life and business together. I got my own top 10 David Letterman. Okay, here we go. Number 10. Talk about the business. This is probably the number one fault people have when I'm talking to our leaders and mentoring people and they say, I'm not finding anybody to join this business with me. Number one question I ask, are you talking about the business? Are you telling people what you're up to and sharing it with them and offering it to them? Always. I would say 90% of the time, if they're not finding builders, it's because they're not talking about the business. You have to open your mouth. People don't know what you're offering unless you offer it. And here's the thing, it's very easy to offer it. You just have to listen. People are starving for what you have. They want this, but you have to listen good. When you're asking them questions and you're finding out about their life and where they're at and what they're wanting, listen for those opportunities because they will pop up all the freaking time if you listen for them. And then as you're talking about the business and you're listening for those opportunities and you're jumping on them, you're going to become a master inviter. That everything you do is inviting people to learn more. You're speaking what you're doing, you're sharing your story, and you're inviting them in. Whether it be read this book, listen to this webinar, come to this class, let's sit down next Tuesday for coffee. Whatever it is, you're going to become a master inviter, bringing them to one exposure after the other to have them see your light, have them see your vision and what you're up to. Because you're all the way over here. You've been doing it for so long. You've caught the vision. You take baby steps with people and bring them into understanding what this amazing opportunity really is. So that's number 10. Ready for 9? Okay, Breeze, number 9 is good posture. Just even your state of how you're speaking, your voice, the way you hold yourself matters. If I were to be like, so I'm doing this network marketing thing and I really think you would be amazing at it. I don't know, I think we should build a business together. Do you really think somebody is going to be excited about that? What if you're sitting forward, you're sitting up and you're excited and your voice and you're telling them what you're up to and you hold that vision and you remember that why you're doing this. It's okay if people say no to you, but you are bleeding passion. So you share it with good posture, a strong voice, and stepping into who you know you are in that wise, wise self. Okay, so that is number 9. Number 8 is going to take the next step in what I'm talking about with number 9 is when you share your why. You share it with so much passion and so much purpose that people will want to follow you. You know, this was interesting when I got started. I had never done network marketing before. I was terrified of it, let's be honest. And yet, right away in my heart, of all hearts, I knew I was doing the right thing. And I know you guys feel that too, or you would not be listening to this video. So you know it's right? And then the fear and the doubt starts to pop in. But every time I spoke to somebody about what I was doing, I chose to speak and feel and be in the state of knowing that I remembered why I was doing this when I was speaking. Because people follow passion, people follow purpose. I remember one of the husbands of one of my dear business partners, and now he is too, when we got started, he looked at it as like this little hobby for women. Oh, how fun, honey, you know? And I remember sitting down next to him and I was, all crazy, full of purpose and passion and going off about what we were going to create and what we were doing. And these were in such beginning stages. I wasn't making any money, but I knew I was gonna, and I knew I was going to make an impact and do great things. I just hadn't yet. And my belief in myself led him to have belief in me. And he chose to jump on this wagon without really fully understanding the products or the business, but he believed me. He believed my passion and my purpose, and he followed that. And he said, I knew I had to jump on Brianne's train because she was going somewhere and I wanted to go with her. So that is what matters when you're finding builders and you're talking. If they believe you, it won't matter. All the other stuff will come, but they know you're going somewhere and they want to go there with you. So that is such an important piece of finding builders. Number 7 is lead with your values. Ange and I talk a lot about our values, and this is a really important part when you're finding builders, because when I first started, I didn't lead with my values. You know, one of my number one values is family, community, connection, gathering. It's one of my biggest talents to gather people, but it's also one of my values. And I remember when I first got started, I was kind of in a workaholic mode and I wasn't leading with my values. I was a hot mess at home, and my kids were suffering, my husband was suffering, I was suffering, and I was putting on this face like, yay, come join me. And I stopped finding people who wanted to join me. Why? They didn't want to join some hot mess case and build a business all crazy like I was. I wasn't attractive to other people. And what happens is when we start to really understand what our core values are and we lead with them, we're going to attract other people that have those same values. And they see that light in you, that you're creating a business on purpose, and they want to join you in that. It was a crazy shift that happened when I started focusing on self-care, on my family, on my main values. Our business blew up. So as you lead with your values and you balance these areas in your life, I promise you, people will show up and want to build this business with you. So number 6 of Bree's top 10 ways is to start thinking, how can I serve you? I remember, you guys, what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I remember what it's like to not have enough money for groceries. I'll never, ever forget those moments. And if you're there, I feel you. But you're coming out of it, I promise you. The problem with that area is if you're in a desperate stage, people will feel desperate, energy. And when we're desperate, we're thinking, how can I get to the next level? How can I sign up somebody with this package? How can I make this rank or this income? And our focus is us. How can I meet my goals? And when you're in this area, I promise you, you're not going to find builders. If you break through you and you serve them, and you start looking for people who need you, who need this opportunity, how you can help them. And you stop focusing on what you need. As you help them, everything you need will come. It's the byproduct of it. But it's so important that you change your focus and look, how can I serve you in every situation? Sometimes, you guys, serving them is letting them go. Maybe it's not their time and you're gonna love on them and be their friend and really serve them in whatever way they need, not what you need. One of my closest friends of my life, might get emotional, I love so dearly. And she used to be my boss, actually. I went to her with this opportunity and she basically said, hell no. Like, I am not joining you in that crazy cause. And instead, I loved her, I served her, I helped her through the years that she was really struggling in her business. And I knew there would be a time. I held the faith. And there was. She came back. One day she was ready, and now she's one of the top leaders on our team. Her team is in like 30 different countries around the world. She told me no, but instead of taking that personal and worrying about me and my goals and the money, I served her, and now look what happened. So take the time to really, really serve people. And with that said, number 5 goes along with number 6, because there will be people that tell you no. And there will be times where you feel like you got more no's this week than yeses. And every time you're talking, it's like, oh my gosh, where's the person? This is where you master the bounce back. You're going to bounce back. It doesn't matter if somebody, you have a hard week and people tell you no, you're going to bounce right back up and you're going to keep going. You're going to just keep swimming. Because as you do, you will be literally drawn to the people who need you. And so that's an important piece to remember and hold the faith that there are people, even when you hear the no's, you trust the process. And that will really allow you to find the people who need you. So number 4, become a magnet. How do you do that, do you ask? This is something I do daily, and we actually created this for all of you guys. It's called the Soul Purpose Meditation. And this is a way where you can get present with yourself, clear on what you want, and listen to anything that your body, your mind, anything needs to tell you, your higher self, what's waiting for you. And you literally start imagining yourself as a magnet for what you want. Get clear on the leaders you want to bring into your life and want to help them change their life. And literally imagine yourself a magnet and people are just coming to you. I envision this daily because this is what I know. Network marketing is the best business out there. People need it. They need the freedom that we offer. And so if we can allow ourselves to get into the space of co-creating with God and becoming a magnet, then we will literally be the attraction to everybody who needs us. The people that need us will stop starving. They will get what they need, but we need to envision it. We need to feel it. We need to allow it into our life. Stop saying how much you want. It's time to freaking allow it. To allow yourself to get what you want and start imagining you're already there. So much so, you're such a magnet that you're a grateful magnet, that you know it's already happening, that as you're meditating, as you're drawing in all of these amazing builders into your life, that you're grateful and celebrating that moment because you know it's going to happen. You know it so well, deep in your soul. So that's really going to allow you guys to pull in the people that are ready and waiting for you. And that kind of goes along with number 3, be willing to be seen. That was a really big one for me. I realized I needed to grow as a leader to be able to lead other people. I relied on my upline so much in the beginning because she was so great and she had this draw and people came and I didn't know how to step into those shoes. I didn't know how to be a leader. And so I held myself back from finding other leaders because I didn't feel confident enough myself. And I think I was scared. I was scared for people to really see the real Brianne. I was scared to see it myself, what I was really capable of. And as I started to allow myself to be seen and allow people to really understand what I was made of, that is when the magic started happening, you guys. So pay attention. Do a little scan in your life right now. Where are you holding back in using your voice or stepping on stage or whatever it is in attracting people to join your cause? Where are you holding back? Open those doors and be willing to be seen at a whole new level. All right, number 2. Here's the question. It's a question number 2. Are you all in? There is a difference. There's a difference if you are saying, I want to find these leaders. I want this to work. I've got to make it work. And you're in this stress mode, right? And you're not really showing up at the level that's going to allow you to find leaders. If you're not talking about the business, if you're not sharing the products, if you're not holding classes and events and you're not enrolling people, if you're not doing the actions that you want your team to do, you're not going to find builders. You're not going to find leaders to join you. So make sure that you're really, really all in, and not just with the skill sets, but with your heart. This is scary for some people. It means that you cut off any other way, that there's no other way, that no matter what, you're going for this until you get there. There's always this, for many people who struggle with finding leaders, there's kind of this, if it doesn't happen by then or here, then I'm going to quit. You got to get rid of that. You got to constantly be, what's it going to take? What do I need to learn here? How am I going to step up? What am I not doing? I need to do more of that, and being all freaking in so that the things can show up for you. Because if you're holding back in any kind of way, the universe hears that. People around you feel that. So it's about being completely all in with your cause, your purpose, your passion, and bleeding it everywhere else, all right? Okay, number 1 of Bree's Top 10. It's a good one. It's the best one. You ready for this? Check your mindset. Check your beliefs. Here's the thing. Every time I work and mentor with somebody and they're saying, I'm not finding builders, I'm not doing this, I'm hearing no, no, no all the time. I ask them, do you feel like you hear no a lot in your life? Does that play out in many areas of your life? And it usually does, because they have a belief that people say no. Or maybe they think, oh, this is not very fun. I'm really stressed out. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm busy all the time. You're in the closet with your foot up against the door and your kids are screaming at you and you think, I don't really like this. I'm not creating the life I want, and you think nobody else would want this. That thought will block the people who you want to join your business from coming to join you with it. You could have beliefs about network marketing that are holding you back finding builders. You could think, well, I like it, but I'm worried about sharing it with others because they probably don't like it. And there's this whole energy around and thought process of if network marketing is really the way you really want to be going. That will hold you back from finding builders. Just your mindset on network marketing. Another really common one, the most common probably, is that you don't feel good enough just yet. You don't feel like you're a good enough leader to lead other people. That one thought will hold leaders from showing up to your doorstep. If you will shift that one thought and start standing into your light and why you're doing what you're doing it for a purpose. You're doing it because you were called to it. And if that is true, everything that the universe and God and everything that they can muster up will come to you if you'll just step into who you really are and knowing you're good enough to have it. I'm going to tell a quick story to end this. I got to a point in my business where there was another leader in the same company I work with. And that leader, she emulates amazingness. She's a rock star. She's building so fast. And I started to compare myself to her. So much so that I felt paralyzed. I stopped talking about the business. I completely was owning the belief that I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as her. I was just completely taken back from what all of the talents and purpose and good stuff I've got going on, and I was comparing myself to this girl. And I remember something my husband said to me that shook me to the core, and he said, Bree, her tribe will follow her and your tribe will follow you. Each of us have a voice. Each of us will call certain people to us. The perfect people are coming to you because they need only what you have to offer, not anyone else. So stop comparing yourself and feeling like you're not good enough, because you are good enough right now. Without knowing everything, you're good enough right now. And as you fully start to step into that belief, I guarantee you, my friends, crazy amount of people wanting to join you in this business. Follow these steps, and I promise you, you will find builders. You will find those who are waiting for you, and you'll build an amazing life and business on purpose. Thank you for joining us on today's Magic Monday. If you loved what you heard and you feel like some of your team would love it too, share away, my friends. Also, I want you guys to comment below what your favorite was of the top 10 that you're ready to integrate into your business. Remember, please remember, the world needs more of only what you have to offer. Have a fantastic day.